with Darkseer has been really strong. We had one game earlier this tournament where they had it with IO, and we were like, this draft looks weird. And then suddenly, boom, they just flicked a switch and Darkseer took over the game. This time around, he's playing against a Spectre. That's a really easy lane. Finally, a lane where I think Darkseer can actually win for once. And mind control on this hero in important games is a treat. It's with Shaker. You could look for a big wombo combo.
Combos, yeah.
And perhaps there's the possibility as well, because of that hero, that Shaker doesn't need to buy a blink. You could maybe get Force Staff, you could get a little bit creative with your items, you can surge in the Shaker, you have a vacuum to set up Shaker for success, so he isn't as reliant on doing it on his own. Maybe there's something going on there.
Kind of feels like things definitely coming together for NIGMA now, and this is a good place for them to be able to do it if you are a NIGMA fan. Started off very shaky for them. They had some very tough road, all in all, to even get here. But now we're going to be heading to the desk where NIGMA might be able to take the entirety of this grand final with this next game.
Yeah, this is the real desk. Thanks, Rich. We're here for game 4. Ready to rock and rumble and see we got it with an OPL game. But
yes.
We got a classic back. The OD is up. Weeha.
That is true. I am so glad we're not going to see Phantom Lancer, because every single time that, like, about yesterday's when it started, every single game I saw PL, I was like, that's the draft I favor. that hero just feels way too strong right now compared to everybody else. And speaking of nice,
双挂件羊刀 BKB 没出别的。
На спектру лейтгейм мне не очень сильно нравится. Дровка и ОД уже показывали, на что способны, что могут закончить игру довольно быстро. И вот у меня возникают сомнения на тему 5-й карты.
Знаешь, я вот рад видеть Дарксира, скучал по этому парню. И спектру вот давно не видел. Ты вот хотел героя.
但是他这个右轨可能也是有练过。
Everyone's dropping like flies, but don't you fear. We still have a and crew.
you could say we're in it for the long haul, Toby.
Hell yeah, we got stamina. That's what you get as you get older, right? You get stamina.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
As a man about to hit his 30s, I'll agree with that.
That's right, you haven't hit it yet. My God.
So there was this Darkseer pickup is a little bit puzzling to me. I figured they were probably going to be running a 5 at bed, and we were going to get a different offlaner. I'm just not fully convinced that this is the game-winning hero. There's just a couple reasons. It combos with Earthshaker with Vacuum, yes, but with Ion Shell, not so much. I'm not convinced that the Surge typically feels best on melee heroes, right? That could just run at people. Here, I don't think Surge is
especially. Like if the Fidget can land, then I think Flying was actually in a hell of a lot of trouble. Just continuously silenced up by Koro, and with a slow from Miracle and the body blocks from GH, first blood is spilled, and Miracle is the man to claim it.
It always feels good in this situation where you're up a series and you're already going to start off with the first blood. RNG on the other side, they're already beginning to sweat a little bit. It also tips them off that they are definitely doing a tri-lane, defensive tri-lane to start, so mind control should be a little bit careful with his positioning.
And then we go straight back into it again. Look at Miracle, he's moving off the lane. It's like, hey, if at first you don't succeed, actually no, at first we did succeed. Try it again. And another silence coming in.
And there's nothing a Doom can do about this. He attacked Miracle a little bit, but they're just going to keep the slows on him this entire time.
Gotta get in front. Extra slow for the cold arrow to connect. GH trying to stay with him, and he body blocks him into the trees. A second death. There is, however, some experience being lost, but Miracle's going to get back to the tower with a TP to get both of the waves that are underneath the tier 1.
And in September, he's going to have to pop his Scorched Earth here because he's in trouble. He's going to be locked in. And then with GH getting in front of him, oh my goodness, RNG's just falling apart.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Well, at least get something back on the bottom lane. Get the Darkseer. Nope, mind control's even leaving this attack. Because the Spectre can't get involved in this. Man, I actually thought, like, oh, Miracle's not going to be involved in a lot of kills for a while because he's playing a Draw Ranger, right? Like, he's not playing an Ember, he's not playing a PL. He can't get involved in these fights, but nope. Continuously set up by GH.
Well, this is another reason they can pick the Darkseer early. There's pretty much no counters to him when it comes to laning phase. He can do a really good job pressuring the Spectre. He might end up dying here, but he is going to get these level 3 GH on the rescue.
He was on the top lane, now he's going to come down to bottom lane. And the Fidget block is up. Okay, even an extra Iron Shell. Now it's going to do some damage into Super. Mind control will end up falling as GH surged forward looking for that last bit of damage. Has he actually got the Fidget not off cooldown, but the Iron Shell is on GH, so he's burning down Monet. One more attack, he's a little out of range. One more will do it. No, Monet lives on 20 HP. And he's going to TP all the way back to base.
The best part is like GH had to commit for that kill because other situations you'd be able to just burn him out of regen and be like, oh, well, he doesn't have a lane. But with the Chen, you can always TP back and then get pulled in again. So that is just going to be perfect for RNG. A decent recovery for them.
Very true, and they're already setting up to go again on bottom lane. And up on top, I don't think Kuro is giving this Doombringer just any kind of time to think.
Yeah, Jesus, they just attacked this top lane, got themselves a decent little advantage to start. Look at that, Miracle 2 levels above Fly win.
CS through the roof.
The way he set this up is just this poor Doom support is not going to have any teeth in this lane phase.
And what does he do? Like, he doesn't rotate towards the bottom lane and change anything up, and Chen's having to hug the bottom lane to be the presence. He's not going to rotate, bring an army like with the Chen of old, right? Like, I'd always have two creeps. I'd go around, I'd gank. Like, the top lane's not going well. I'd just arrive and just change the balance of it, get a stun, get something. Right now, it's like I've got a fool and I can deny things, and that is all.
Yeah, Super pretty much has to be planted down here in the bottom lane because Spectre otherwise gets too pressured once you get like level 2 Ion Shell from a Darkseer. So, you know, he's not going to be able to have that presence in mid lane where a Quap ganking with a Chen, they could very easily kill Weehop, but he is going to be glued down to bottom. And similarly, I don't think September's going to be able to do much either. He's just going to have to pull for Flywin to make his lane a little bit better so we can get to that really coveted level 3 and level 5. Purification finally becomes a strong enough nuke that you can easily kill range creeps and deal with harassment.
It's never a great situation though, like when you can't punish an Abaddon for being between your tier 1 and tier 2 tower. Like, and he's not even the core. Mind Control's having a lot of fun with his Iron Shell damage. Got a huge creep wave to work with, but of course Super causing a lot of damage of his own. Mind Control have to search back to the tier 1 tower. He has nothing more to give. That's why he's just being as aggressive as he can. He'll go all the way back to base. And they're just chaining it. Now ES gets to... Actually, I think he's bringing supplies to the front lines.
Yeah, he certainly is. He's just going to healing salve up the Darkseer. Maybe a couple mangoes so they can spam. Okay.
Soul Ring.
Yeah.
First item up now for the Spectre.
I like that. It gives you the lane regen that you need and also the ability to spam Dagger because it's going to get a little hard to get some of this CS, especially the range creeps. What a beautiful creep to pick up.
No, what a beautiful creep to potentially lose. Not the fishes from the 8 didn't connect. Now the hit. Gonna live. It does.
He needed to hit that Harpy with the Fisher because that Harpy is so dangerous in the laning phase. It just spams so much damage over time.
And GH has a lot of movement speed to work with. A lot more than Super supports coming over from Mind Control. Okay, maybe not the Harpy. The range damage, and GH will have to back off. All right, so things starting to balance out a little bit. So yeah, Team NIGMA did get off to a pretty good start, but you look at the advantage gold-wise, it's still swinging a little bit in favor of RNG. Spectre with 18 denies on the lane, Queen of Pain with 16 of her own denies.
Yeah, that's an insane number of denies.
Well,
these two have managed to accomplish. Spectre expected because he's matched up against Darkseer. Oh, finally Setsu managed to get a big kill on Weeha. I was going to say that mid lane should tilt one way or another about now.
And Setsu gives the tip back.
Setsu's just been a monster at times at this tournament. There have been very few games where he has been a detriment to RNG. Oftentimes.
Было как появлялась спектра, ее просто наказывали на линии и изгоняли с игры. Рассчитывать приходилось на какие-то мнимые камбэки сейчас.
He pace with Quap.
Smart for Zerb. He's sitting right on top of the rune, so you can't see it. No possibility for a denial. So he has to save it for Setsu, but there's more support running around the back of Batten. Now GH gets the initial stump. Remember, you got the haste through from Setsu, but then again, they're taking so much orb damage. Have you got a hammer? That's going to be a little too far out of range.
Yeah, probably feeling like Queen of Pain, the double null talismans, probably just has too much mana for the Sanity's Eclipse to be able to do damage, so. a little bit surprised that, I mean, I guess because of the Siege Wagon spawning, they want to make sure that the Queen of Pain doesn't pressure the OD, kill him, and then the Siege Wagon push on mid. You really need to keep up that mid tower if you're NIGMA. Nice purge.
Having the purge and the heal now. He'll put it on one of the creeps. Come on, super time to micro.
Yeah.
Monet has moved over, and My Control has no way to get himself away from this now. Without the surge available, just leaves another iron shell. So, okay, super. Micro.
We were just talking about this last series in the green room, how annoying that purge ability can be because such an insanely low cooldown. The downside of it is with, you know, when you eat it as a Doom, it's 120 mana. There's a Gen when you get the purge creep. That's pretty easy. He's got plenty of mana pool on that Satyr.
This does not feel like a kill you can really go for, right? Because that's just, he just blinks away every time. As long as it's up, of course.
I like how Kuro sat there anyway, though. He's like, maybe
I can hit him 4 times.
Maybe I can hit him 4 times in half a second.
Yep. Anything's possible, right?
All right, well, Setsu, I think with his ultimate coming off cooldown, it's just a wise time to go back to the fountain and see if there's an opportunity for you to TP to one of the side lanes.
Well, they move to the bottom lane. GH trying to keep the run going, just instantly begins the TP. He realizes there's no stun and has enough life to get all the way home. A second Soul Ring up and running on the Omni Knight. And yeah, just Setsu can go out ham. Doesn't care how much damage he takes as long as he can get out of here. Kuro. Oh, this one he wants to go after. September. 1 hit. Yay.
We showed him.
Yeah. Setsu. 1 hit. 2 hit. 3. No.
So I think one of the really nice things about this support Abaddon, it was one of the reasons that I thought it was going to be 5 is it's matched up against Doom. You feel really good about 5 Abaddon versus Doom, just because you are countering a core with your support. That is such a fantastic position to put yourself when it comes to drafting. And so as long as you aren't punished in the laning phase, which they weren't, obviously, if anything, it went fantastic up there, then this is just going to feel good for the rest of the game. You can't Doom a 5 position Abaddon. Yeah, there's just no way you can reliably win team fights that way. So you're just going to have to put up with this guy giving a bunch of photic shields and miscoils.
Team NIGMA's already moving their lanes around. They've sent the Drow Ranger to the bottom lane. Like, he is #1 on the CS board and is coming up to that 10-minute mark where we always look for the prep work to be done to open up the outpost. Phase boost for Monet. GH coming around the back, and the Fissure on the wrong side. So Monet can make a break for the tree lines, and double TP's already coming in. Super, he'll walk in the old-fashioned way. Mind Control having a hard time getting away. And there it is. Sensu, easy rotation in. Mind Control will tick out.
So I guess they were thinking they were going to Fissure Monet on the right side and then silence to make sure he couldn't dagger over the Fissure and to potentially burst him down. But I still think that was a bit greedy. I mean, just one well-timed TP from an Omni Knight could turn that engagement. And, well, they didn't even need that much.
September's going to battle for the top shrine. Kuro sitting right on top of the rune, so September won't be able to claim that.
So look at that. September ignores the bounty rune and immediately goes to right-click the outpost.
What's more, right?
If nobody has a stun, right, it's whoever clicks on it first in that situation. Kuro can't do anything to stop that. So he managed to deny the experience away from NIGMA.
That's definitely value. Oh, just rune after rune. If actually a haste rune for Wii. Moving off the lane.
See, I am of the argument that you should be able to counter the channeling with your own channeling.
Okay.
That way you don't have to have a stun
But
to deal with that.
Or at least slow it down so it's like a tug of war, right? Like we've both got our hands on the
outpost, and then, you know, whoever goes first.
I like that. I like it. I'll vote for a petition on that. Rusty Shovel. RNG. I mean, also a minor class.
I mean, especially since this is going to be a longer game, right? You see Spectre on one side, Drow Ranger and OD on the other.
And close the distance. They even Setsu. Oh, no. Spectral Hawk comes in. The combination didn't hit perfectly onto Setsu. The gust back. Silencing on 3. That is not the fight I think both teams were looking for. Hilariously enough, not everyone was there either.
Yeah, maybe a little fatigue is getting to GH here because we saw early on in the laning phase at bottom, he could have fissured a bit sooner to try and go for that Spectre kill, kind of messes that up here. He actually casts it too early and doesn't manage to get the stun.
He expended too much energy. Like the Enigma guys walking backstage here before, and everyone's kind of got their heads down, a little bit focused. GH pokes his head, it's like, high five, high five, ready to go.
That's GH, man. He just cannot turn it off. He is just such a fountain of hope and youth.
Another Fisher a little bit off target. He's got the Echo Slam, and he's just going to go for it. Setsu, the damage output, everyone else backed up already from Team NIGMA. They weren't ready to fight with him, and he's got to deny the double damage ring, or else Setsu must get everything back once again.
Not a whole lot of movements right now, just because both teams are pretty happy with jungling. You've got September, who kind of needs to recover a bit because they didn't have the greatest laning phase. Monet with the Soul Ring and Phase Boots is able to jungle pretty efficiently. And then obviously every Duro Ranger and needs to be able to take some time to jungle. But still have not really seen RNG make as many aggressive moves as I want them to.
But do they need to? You know, like it's like in the last game, BSG was talking about, like, you look for the hard counters, right? Like, does Doom counter this or does this counter this? Spectre just spent, like, haunts right on top of the Duro Ranger, comes in with Radiance, and you already feel like you've got a large portion of the fight already won. Like, until you get Aghanim Scepter and you can start chaining, like, your control factors with the imprisonments, it still feels pretty damn good for RNG if they keep the status quo.
I agree with that, but I think even better than keeping the status quo is maybe getting advantage in towers. And I think they can do that because Mind Control is going to be a bit slow at actually bringing this one tower down, so they can take this top one and then rotate back down, because they know Duro Ranger doesn't want to actually go to a lane. She wants to continue to farm up ancient creeps and such. Honestly, Nigma's just not ready to fight just yet. So if you can close off the map a bit more and start limiting the farm that Weehaw as well as Miracle are trying to take out of those neutral creeps, then it'll do wonders for you. But actually rotate down to bottom to defend or not, or if they just keep on playing in that for the dire jungle.
Yeah, they're just getting at least one Observer Ward down right on top of the Dire Shrine. And a little bit, okay, second one up on the hill. Really good information for RNG, just know how much they can control of the north. The Team NIGMA also have 2 of Dire Observe Wards around the jungle as well. Setsu blinks away before the 4th hit from Kuro can come. Just easy to time for him.
Another one of those advantages that RNG is going to have in this draft. Sentry, thank you. It's going to make sure that Flywind doesn't get caught.
Miracle. I think he was actually hoping for the Gust to start the initiation, because they got some help from Abaddon to come from behind, but without that initial Echo Slam, there isn't the kill.
It's a wonderful thing about 5 Abaddon, right? You can always play super forward. You can always be on the enemy side of the map, because if you run into an enemy who really cares, you've got borrowed time. It's going to take them so much of an effort to bring you down that it's usually worth the exchange. Just the information creates a lot of space.
I feel such a difference between the itemization as well of the offlanes of these two teams. Like, okay, Doom just gets a Blink Dagger. Yeah, he's not the real offlane, but it's like September's able to get now that jump with the Doom, and you get Arcane Boots for a Darkseer. Like, who's really being enabled here? Is it meant to be enabling GH? Because GH will get the Blink Dagger, but he's going to do most of his damage from the Echo Slam, not from an Iron Shell.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be more about the vacuum combination that they can get with that Earthshaker, but they need a more reliable initiation than they have from just the Darkseer alone. So I like the fact they gave GH a lot of room. Pick up this Blink, that way they can slow down what RNG is kind of doing right now. They're rolling forward at NIGMA.
Quickly shielding Weehaw away. Kuro is waiting. They did see the Radiant Observer Ward being planted down. Miracle on the defense job. Great wave clear as always. But
I mean, just look at his timing, right? Like, he's going to have his Blink Dagger about this time. This might actually defeat the push that RNG is hoping for, which is taking that all-critical mid-tower early.
They're trying to get the Alpha Wolf. Miracle's been trying to reach it for a while. Now, take out the Frost Ogre.
It's
take out
too
the defense.
Much. Unfortunately, they're like 20 seconds too late, right? Because it's on the courier right now. So,
yeah, Inspector's just going to haunt him. They don't have the numbers for the fight.
Is under attack.
in that case, Mind Control just chilling out bottom lane. Wants to always be bringing somebody down to that bottom tier 2 because it's so far away from where RNG wants to play. They don't want to play this bottom part of the map or that bottom right corner either. They want to play up towards mid, up towards the top lane, take those jungle areas and really limit NIGMA to farming the triangle and maybe some of the Radiant.
GH has a blink right now. That's revealed. September going to blink with him. Almost hitting the right money. Troll's got the surge. GH just needs that back off cooldown. And they look to gank onto Monet as well as Fly when they're right on top of the Ancient Miracle. Get the information. It's a double gut, and there goes your Echo Slam over on 2. But the 2 stopping GH from able to get that secondary stop. And they needed it for the OD, dropping down the hammer. Fly went down low, but Sensu into the back lines with the Sonic Wave connecting over on 3. Weehaw low, Monet sailing right on top of him, and he cannot complete the TP away to safety. Miracle may be a little bit luckier, however. Yes, he will be. Playing forward from Sensu, Mind Control having the movement speed to get further away, while Kuro on the wrong side of the tracks trying to shield up and get out of there. He doesn't have his borrowed time, so he will get run down by the Omni Knight. It'll take a little bit of time, but he will be run.
It'll take a little bit more time, but eventually Kuro's going to go down here. It's unfortunate for NIGMA because, you know, they
shields up.
And they get that initiation. It looks good for the Echo Slam, but if you look at the heroes that they win on, it's not the heroes that they wanted to touch, they wanted to run into, right? Quap was completely untouched in that fight, so she's able to blink in aggressively, hits a really beautiful Sonic Wave, and then, of course, the Spectre immediately jumping to that back line. As you pointed out early on, right, this is going to be just the straight-up hard counter to Dro Ranger at all time. Spectre can get on top of you, and that's where it's going to get a little weird.
Farming up. But they didn't get rid of that Radiant Observer. What I thought Team NIGMA knew was there. Miracle is going to actually trigger off the Shrine. GH is going to arrive too. A double stun for him with a Fisher follow-up. Super getting brought down quickly by Miracle. The Tempest's on the run. They need to try and slow him down. The arrows from Miracle. Look at that movement speed. He just gets to work with it. Mind Control gave him the boost, and then the Hurricane Pike a little bit further forward. That is going to be a double kill for Miracle. He doesn't have the flashiest of heroes.
They have to understand
make it work.
How little damage they have coming out from their 3 to 5 position, right? Especially if they're not using Doom. It's just Purification and Scorched Earth. That's going to be pretty slow damage, and they have to respect the fact that Miracle needs to go for a tankier build being matched up against the Spectre. So he's got, you know, he got lucky in a Vambrace, but he also has that completed Hurricane Pike. He's very tanky.
And if he can get Manta, you can get a little bit more than that, but here's your bigger item. 18.5 minutes in for Monet to complete up the Radiance. This changes the fight.
Dire are scanning. Radiant are scanning.
What surge is this?
Worthy trip. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Break.
Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Have omniscience.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Killing spree.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
heresy.
Dire are scanning.
No sorceries avail.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
My friends.
这真空拉枪效率也很高，拉到了4个。幽鬼开大，想要去切，没有找到合适的一个机会，自己又被关了。这波进攻又是被化解掉了。MC 第一时间的话是把技能给甩了出来，而且刚才拉到了很多单位。一波技能互换，谁都没死。末日刚才也是吃了黑鸟大，外加对方一轮小黑的输出，选。
My thrift rewarded.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
No sorceries avail. Purification.
And get those imprisonment charges up going up, right? And well,
nice item. Telescope hit.
Yeah, that'll help.
For Team NIGMA, that'll work for Drone Ranger and OD. For Roshan, it will belong to Royal Never Give Up. No one from Team NIGMA are in range for this at all. But they've got it, and they're already looking for the fight. Kuro was the one nearby. September staying in close, still has his Doom available, but doesn't want it on Kuro. He wants it on Weeha. Weeha will reveal himself, and he got it over on Weeha too. Sensu staying with him, trying to kill off the Doomed Up.
All wands will break.
Mega kill.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen. Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Killing spree. They're unstoppable.
All ones will break for justice. Mess with doom.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Blessings.
is under attack.
Dominating, I guess.
Is silence. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Fear nothing.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
No sorceries avail.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Dire are scanning.
No sorceries avail.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
We hardly knew you. Just as well.
Radiant are scanning.
Invisibility.
My house.
Worthy Dire are scanning.
Fear not heresy.
Mega kill.
Getting the speed.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire are scanning.
Armor have omniscience.
Can do anything. They can scan, but you know what you can't stop.
Do anything about it. Level 25 coming in soon for the Spectre too. That's going to be really big.
So now RNG, we'll see how they go with the Aegis Immortal and see how they go pushing uphill. We've seen Team NIGMA doing this and having some problems, and this is still one hell of a team fight that can come in from Team NIGMA. But there's answers. The BKB's on the way for Omni Knight. Maybe they do just tank through the initiation of Team NIGMA.
Yeah, WeHa just feels like there's just not enough time for this fight to draw out for him to actually get a good hammer in when, you know, they're BKBing and they're just running over your Drone Ranger with this Spectre. He feels like he needs to be able to get off a couple imprisonments and then drop it as quick as possible. But soon the Butterfly means the Spectre just won't have to worry about even the OD right clicks that are coming in. Pure damage just won't be a threat because, you know, another hero that doesn't want to go MKB. This time on the side of NIGMA.
And they're going to get both the outposts, potentially holding them as well for the 40-minute mark. And this is very probably...
There's still a minute to go until the experience comes out. So I appreciate you wasting 6 more seconds of Monet's time, I guess. But NIGMA, they don't really have anything to do. They're just going to have to wait for the high ground push. And then we're going to see Drone Ranger, Darkseer, OD. That is very terrifying high ground. We've seen so many Drone Rangers come back in high ground defenses.
Yeah.
But I just don't think RNG is going to give you that opportunity. I think they're just going to control the map until they have a gigantic lead. I think they're just going to build up and build up and build up.
This is nice at least. Like having a Lincoln Sphere, some layer of protection for WeHa. So it's not a simple jump in. But Tomb's also rapidly approaching a refresher orb, so
yeah.
Who really wins out in this?
WeHa. I mean, he hasn't really progressed much in item. He's only has his Lincolns that he's picked up recently, so.
Oh, top lane. Trying to run away, mind control. Getting a little cute, begins his TP. Hey, does anyone have a stun here?
Well, I can't stop you from TPing out, but you can stop them from farming in your face.
Formion, you're completed. More 4-staffs, more kiting.
You're gonna need some real sick wall of replica vacuum. Getting some multiple stuns.
Gonna need some sick PCs to handle the FPS drop. Like, you feel it when the ulti comes in. Flick up for the Queen of Pain.
That's always a weird one.
Yeah, it's a 50-50, right? Which way do I go?
I just don't feel good about Flicker almost ever, unless I have like a puck on my team or something.
Well, Spectre's coming up, but the split shot slowing things down. Troll 4-staffing Monet, and they back it back to the tier 4 towers. The orb decided to build up. It's a great Darkseer wall too. Monet is so damn low. They're wondering if they want to pop him. He's still got the cheese available. Setsu, Miracle, getting a lot of really good damage into him as well.
That was a cute play.
It really was.
Offensively 4-staff him in, then follow up with a vacuum. Sadly, they didn't get the wall on the Spectre, so they didn't get that Spectre illusion. That's really important every fight. Fortunately, nothing's really going to come of this situation. I think RNG just finish up their tier 4 items. There's no reason not to.
Just reset and start again. They'll be a lot more wary of it next time.
Timeless Relic on a Doom. Just prolong the Doom duration another like 3 or 4 seconds. Why not? Later on, it becomes even more disgusting if you get Aghanim Scepter plus level 25 on Doom, which is honestly not that far out of the realm of possibility, because again, I think RNG is just going to build up more and more of a net worth lead by controlling the map, but looks like they're going to poke at that tier 3 once
We're going again, yeah.
No wall, so you might as well.
Yeah, but you still have the clearance through split. Miracle doesn't want to use it yet, just 2 range creeps. He's going to be careful about any kind of jump. WeHa will reveal himself to begin. They pipe the wave. And here comes your volley forward. Monet once again finding himself very deep. The fifth block is good, but September jumps into the back left. He triggered the Lincoln Sphere of WeHa. He didn't get the Doom off on the target he wanted. Now he's trapped in there. The BKB wearing off. Miracle trying to focus him down. The Guardian Angel giving some level couple of protection sets through BKBs as well. The Darkseid wall, they got the copy of Monet. That's the one they wanted. Imprisonments are out as well. Come back in, get rid of the Spectre illusions. Another fidget control from GH. He's still got the Echo Slam available, but they want to fight inside their base.
I like
but
this.
RNG will not allow it.
I like this a lot. RNG, just, you know, you got your tier 3, you got a little progression in the game. Just back up, just take those shrines. There's no need to force these things.
Yeah.
Oh, but NIGMA, they don't want to let them take this shrine.
They're coming.
I'm very surprised they're going to try
there's no GA. They probably feel pretty good if they can get the initiation target right. But who is the target? Chen? He ain't the target. He's a sacrifice. Everyone's going to be there. Is there extra help? Super disposed the mech as well as the Hand of God off. And then Sensu. That's a big sting. Everybody is bleeding right now. And NIGMA, as Flywind walks in, Monet as well. Team NIGMA, they have to defensively imprison up at the moment. Where is your follow-up? Where is GA's attack? Sensu with the double kills. They both get out of the imprisonments. 3 heroes down for Team NIGMA.
I think NIGMA just felt like they weren't going to be able to get anything else, but that Chen survived so long, and they grouped up so much. That was like a 4-man Shadow Strike. If they had actually had level 25 on the Quap, which I believe he now does, then that would have been an AoE 4-man disable as well. I think NIGMA's just feeling a bit desperate, and they just feel like they're going to lose this game eventually in this war of attrition that RNG is taking to them. They wanted to be able to sneak in a team fight somehow.
It definitely feels like it's the first time that Miracle can't just out-carry the game by himself. This Drow Ranger can't do enough. She's too reliant on her team getting that initiation. The Darkseer and ES must combo hard. And now the heroes all grouping up on the bottom. Monet's like, all right, dagger me all you want. September jumping in once again. There's your Echo Slam from GH, working with mind control, but still the damage. What is that? It's nothing really.
Yeah, they don't have anything because Miracle is forced back a little bit, and the OD's still dead.
Yep, can't build up. GH clumsy netting up over on Flywind. The tier 3 tower. Okay, Flywind's gonna BKB. Miracle force-staffing himself in. The fish can't get the block, and now the chase is impossible. Miracle can't even get around the corner. They're surging him, but Flywind will just TP. It's a little too slow to get the catch, and all of RNG will escape.
Man, I really thought this OD was going to be able to accomplish more in this game. And I think there's little things that maybe Weehawk didn't do right. An OD player would probably tell me a little bit more, but I just really expected to see this hero be able to, through some of these engagements, get, you know, imprisonment after imprisonment, build up a lot of damage.
It's just the chaos of the fight, right? Like, it's like they can never get the right positioning. TP's all out to safety. I think I saw the Minotaur Horn also arrive for Team NIGMA. That was in OD's hands. And you finish the BKB on the Drow Ranger.
Refresher for September, and he's not going to make the same mistake he made last time. Purge and then Doom. And when it comes to these high ground pushes, like, now it won't even matter so much if he gets it on the OD. That's going to be his target every time. If he gets it on the OD and he gets searched away or whatever, you don't kill him, whatever. It just means you get a chance to be able to finish off the buildings. NIGMA at some point in time are going to have to stand and fight.
At some point. But RNG will be very, very, well, methodical about the next attacks. Like, all right, let's wait for maybe, what, next Roshan, gain control of the map. We now have both the outposts under their control too.
Almighty money.
And it really does feel like it's on Team NIGMA to make something happen, but do you want to do that while Drow's buyback's on cooldown for 5.5 minutes? If maybe it's just high ground defense is all you can do.
I think so. I think that's all you can hope for at this point.
But you can't even get a kill. Like, Skadi gonna be completed on the Queen of Pain. That's so damn tanky. And Chen, like, we saw it. 5 heroes tried to kill Super, tried to kill a Chen, and they couldn't achieve it.
That was pretty gross. We're gonna have like a 4,500 HP Spectre. Again, having that butterfly still has the cheese to be able to work off of as well. Everyone has a lot of mana as well. That's why Scotties are really good against this OD, right? Because introduction to both mana and HP.
Hello, Aghanim Spectre.
Dire are scanning.
I can't hate that at all. You said Aghanim Spectre?
Yeah.
I can't hate that. Because this just means he has another opportunity to be able to jump onto the OD or Drow Ranger when he wants to. He pops his ultimate, they surge, reset, or whatever, maybe a vacuum, then he you know, pops his individual ags jump.
Yep. I like this from ES. He's got Ninja Gear now available, so maybe there is a better chance for initiation. Shadow Blade for the Draw Ranger too. So Team NIGMA try and play the elusive game.
Yeah,
we all be ninjas now.
Miracle's going to try and build into a Silver Edge, so hoping that they're going to be able to break that Spectre. Make it a little bit easier for you to drop some damage in and not just get destroyed by the dispersion, but fortunately for him, it's still a pretty far distance away. Another 2k gold needed. That is quite the cliff when RNG have 90% of the map controlled and are just building more and more of a net worth lead. Soon they're going to have Refresher, a Scythe looks like for a Flywin, and more mana.
Look at the lineup just being left across the ground. It's like, I don't have space for this. Do you have space for this? There's your Refresher orb you're talking about.
What's cool about this is Omni has a really good combo breaker going on. Because he's got Heaven's Halberd, if he Heavenly Graces himself as well, they get jumped by some sort of vacuum echo slam. If he has the Scythe, like that stun is not going to last very long. It's going to last like, you know, 3/4 of a second or maybe a second full, and he's just going to be able to sight the Earthshaker before he gets off the rest of the combination.
New Timeless Relic, so balance in all things, gets to go to both sides. GH is still waiting for someone to come down here and defend the bottom lane. Mind Control and GH going to work together. But RNG have other things in mind. Dro can hold the top lane back, and just using Manta can also push back the mid.
And a Timeless Relic will be given over to GH, so he has an answer to status resistance with the increased TP.
Coming to bottom lane, but it's Monet. You ain't getting that. You are getting Roshan. The army has begun the attack. Poor Centaur in the middle.
Let's see if it's a Refresher or Aghanims.
Keep me rising.
Aghanims. Who are we going to give it to?
Can you give it to... Well, yeah, do you want to give it to Super? Setsu was, I think it was like the Queen of Pain. Yeah, it's an Aghanim Scepter, and it's going to be...
Give it to Omni?
Setsu's actually holding on to 2 of the Chief Charges.
So in this case, like now the Queen of Pain and Spectre can jump in really aggressively and know that Omni Knight has always got their back. Omni Knight can also play a little bit separated from the rest of the team as well to make sure he doesn't get caught in the vacuum.
Well, we're going to have an actually outpost split it at 50 minutes. You said this is going to be a long game, Cap. You ain't...
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Regeneration.
It's happening as well for a best of 5 series. They it just sucks to be stuck in a game where you're sitting inside your base the entire time.
Here we go. No vision on the high ground. Forced up to begin with. Tomb is on mind control. A quick imprisonment. A jump forward. Forced up. And they're all going to get back into base. Try and reset the Sonic Wave. Not hitting the OD. Defensive imprisonment. Great from Weeha. So Setsu has blown his ultimate. Yeah, still looking for his own initiation. GH around the corner. Everyone's grouped up, but that pipe is still up and working. So GH, another banishment from Weeha. At least he's holding the hammer for the moment. Mind control. September jumps in, he breaks the Lincoln Sphere on Weeha. He's looking for another one right now, but he's just BKB'd up, feeling very, very deep. BKB does not last longer now. Mind control back in! Woo! That's what they're waiting for! With the hammer drop off, the prep was finally there! Monet still in the middle of 5, Miracle focusing on September, but Monet, the last man standing. They will bring down the Spectre, and this is a huge fight for Team NIGMA. The game can't handle it, I can't handle it. Woo!
Alright, let's go again. Let's just make sure that Monet doesn't actually kill anybody from dispersion. GH, make sure to run away. All right, everyone's good. No supports, you know, foolishly die. What a beautiful combination, man. They had to wait and endure. RNG just being able to own the map, farm it there, lead, get more and more items.
Again, please.
The most beautiful vacuum.
Glorious. Vac hit. And watch the FPS tank like RNG's HP bars. They are ready to push down. It was RNG who were meant to have the advantage. They're the ones who took the Roshan, ready to push in, but there was no time to react. If they can force back the buyback on Spectre, then this will also be a huge advantage for Team NIGMA.
It will, but it's also the most dangerous point of the game, right? Because now you are like super far forward against a team that has...
Radiant structures are fortified.
NIGMA.
Так, да. После такого нужно передохнуть, нужно освежить свои мысли.
Как раз есть время в РНГ обсудить, что пошло не так, и обсудить их текущие, вот, кстати, положение с половиной героев, которые оказываются в таверне. Да уж.
Но пока мы не наблюдаем саму доту, мы наблюдаем как раз игроков. Но спокойные пока RNG, несмотря на такой вот вынос в последнем файте. Опа, а тут игра уже. Нежданчик происходит у нас здесь, и почти упал парк милишный по центральной линии. Работает Миркл, работает команда. Сломали, отошли, а у Естюш помчались обратно.
Ну и все, правила игры поменялись. Вот знаешь, что с динозаврами?
Ну не совсем. Что?
Они вымерли. Они не смогли адаптироваться к условиям жизни. Нападение на Миркла. Хекс. Форстав подсейв. БКБшка. Фотикшут. На развороте драться готов. Тычка Сильвера, но пока что работает Гвардиан Энджел. Флавин под БКБ. Пытается убить Куроки. У него есть ульт. Был сайленс от Миракла.
Телепорт. Неужели он идет?
Попасть есть. Ну, нажимает Монтестайл очень грамотно. Миракл опять же на форстафе отлетает куда подальше. Фиссурой приостанавливает погоню GH. У Куроки все-таки билет в таверну.
Но нет двух байбеков. Там и Спектра, и Кваба выкупались, если что. А там есть все байбеки у Нигмы. Ух. Так, hard game. Так,
да,
подожди.
It's a dirty game,
у меня вопрос все-таки остался. К чему ты про динозавров сказал?
Ну, я к тому, что, типа, камбэк пошел.
Ага.
Потому что если к этим условиям команда вражеская адаптироваться не смогла, то ждет ее печальный конец. Такая длительная, долгая аналогия.
Хитро. Неплохо.
Именно. Ну что, две иллюзии. Приятно, на самом деле, очень руна. Можно будет отправить их постранствовать, подтолкать какие-то линии. Ну, на самом деле, камбэком это был просто очень крутой момент игровой, но пока еще... Пока еще игра продолжается.
Да, есть такое дело.
То есть сейчас фактор байбеков, конечно же, не последнюю роль играет.
Ну, смотри. Нигма даже половины не отыграла. Так, хаунт есть. А нет, это не хаунт, это как раз Яганин был врыв. Есть по майнд-контролу. Есть форстав на БЦ. Фиссура пошла, но там Блэкенбар был Септембера. Но, тем не менее, Фиссура неплохая, потому что она была как раз в движение Дума кастована.
Ну, ты знаешь, наверное... Не очень удачно, что ульт потратили. Вообще непонятно, что рассчитывает Дум. У него, допустим, есть даггер, там у Квапы есть блинк. А он потрачен, никого сразу же не могут зацепить. Причем уже гонится куда-то на хайграунд. На хайграунде только что все полегли. Хотят, видимо, повторить.
Думаешь?
Странно.
Так, смоквилска от команды Нигма. Вышли не с базы, хотели бы еще кого-то поймать. Ну да, время есть, то есть вот за 4,5 минуты нужно вот без байбеков Квапы и Спектры что-то предпринять, выйти уже в 0 по золоту, а когда будет 0 по золоту, я думаю, будет вынос от Нигмы, потому что мы видели, что было, когда было 40к преимущество за командой RNG.
Все, они понимают, это смоук, это драка, это убийство коров без байбеков, и это победа. Ну вот, звучит клево. Попробуй так, конечно, сделай.
Звучит как план, который можно исполнить.
Ладно, мне на секундочку даже показалось, что я топлю за одну из команд, и это некрасиво.
Что?
Отмотаю время назад.
Не было такого.
Ладно, прошлись, никого не заприметили, отступают.
For a queen.
感觉这把不出深渊真的好吗，莫奈特？开悟了。
这时候一定要小心啊！
虽说对面有推，外加有可 OK 的无光，但是我感觉这个深渊还是要做的。
他们其实本身就很缺这个硬控制，所以说就是靠装备去弥补嘛。大烟锤我觉得是一个不错的选择，可以看一下这个末日是不是要被抓到了，有点危险啊，好像已经看到这个末日了。
现在视野是被开悟的NIGMA给占据了，视野上他们是有一个优势，包括上半区自己圣坛朱天辉这个视野。3分40秒，痛苦女王3分钟，这个买货想保，但是这个盾NIGMA不想给他们了。
是的，
这个盾NIGMA不想给了。
NIGMA来说，这边这个你双大哥买过 CD， 我是一定要做点事情的。
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower.
现在主动权暂时这个期间是在NIGMA手里，虽说 RNG 现在领先了有2万9，将近3万那个经济啊，但是他们双核没买。
是的，这边买活
没买。
现在就是这盘马上进入到一个60分钟啊，
身上都有存款，大家。
对，
末日使者6500。
末日这边也是 PK， 哎，这边是又出击了吗？
出击了。
可是自己这边是2个大哥不能买活的呀，但是对面2个大哥全部都可以买活。
这边 GH 也续了个雾，
一个忍具看一下，
躲在里面破雾了 ，Super 破雾了，然后小牛也破雾了，
直接是跳走，对。
知道 RNG 的队员出来了，开雾，中路莫奈特，群体奔腾已经给了。NIGMA的一个队员是迂回了一圈，天回防的话，在这个位置是有视野眼的，再来一圈群体奔腾，真跟不上。我的妈呀，这跑的也太快了。
Dire are scanning.
That is 50%
That
HP damage.
sees a lot. GH waiting for his time. There's no way he can know how close it is. If he just goes for the blind one, he might be able to hit it. The Shiva's guard keeps the distance up, however. Mono has the Aegis Immortal. Kuro caught in the front. Anyone going to search? Hey!
I love that play by September.
Guys, there's things in the... Okay, yeah, September's now going to get the Aghanim Scepter upgrade done.
Pop your BKB, pop your Shivas to try and like stop.
Regeneration.
Yes. Will break.
Sweet.
And all ones will break. No sorceries avail.
performance. Mega kill. Double kill.
Fit for a queen. Worthy tribute.
Haste.
What world is this?
Dire's top barracks are under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Dire's top barracks are under attack.
Dominating, I guess.
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
好像要直接了，尼格玛他们通过刚才的一波高地防守，好像是找到了机会。黑鸟在用关，痛苦女王这个群体尖叫击退一下，真空再拉，痛苦女王也买活，坚持这个残血，但是对方有远程英雄一直在忍机械，还利用痛苦女王的一个群体尖叫，在击退对方英雄，巧克力顶了 BKB， 就点基地尼格玛的一个队员全能自己再开大招，再续了一手，这个基地能护下来吗？再接狂风，小黑还在输出，黑鸟也选择先杀人，啥都扛不住了，GG 了！恭喜尼格玛，
恭喜尼格玛
4分钟苦战鏖战，战胜了 RNG。
尼格玛这个比赛是从开始的发挥平平到这边连续的